Hi, welcome to another Dan's Rest Stop. In this video, I am going to talk about having a personal relationship with God. And I'm going to use my relationship with Him as an example. Now, when I was in the military, they had something called a chain of command. So I would never go directly to a general, but there was a chain of command. There were people above me, and then people above them, and that's kind of the way it worked. And God actually has a chain of command as well. This is what I think it looks like. You have on top God, the Father, with all His commandments. Then you have Jesus, the Son, with commandments and with His teachings. And then you have me in the bottom box. Now, Jesus, of course, is the way, the truth, and the life, and the only path to God, and that's what this shows. Now, there are others out there that will say that, well, God doesn't exist. I guess in their case, they only have a box that says me. It's all about them. There's other religions, they take Jesus out of the chain of command, and they say, well, He's not the Son of God, He's not the Messiah. And what they do is they insert their own man-made commandments, traditions, rituals. They say the only way you can get to their supreme being is to do these rituals, traditions, man-made commandments. As a matter of fact, at one time when you look back at the Jewish leadership, they were criticized by Jesus because they had put traditions and rituals above God's commandments. So they were supposed to be obedient to the God of Abraham, but Jesus was critical of them because their traditions were more important to Him. And He addresses that in one of the Bible verses. In Mark 7, 5 through 9, the King James Version, it says, "Then the Pharisees and scribes asked Him, 'Why walk not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashen hands?' He answered and said unto them, Well hath Esaias prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, This people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And He said unto them, Full well ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition." So as you can see, Jesus was criticizing them for putting their traditions above the commandments of God. Now, there are also churches out there that have a similar chain of command as to mine. They'll have God and Jesus. But what they do is they insert an extra box into theirs. And it also includes traditions, rituals, and man-made commandments. Now, the best example of that I can think of is growing up Catholic. And I remember at Lent time, you couldn't eat meat on Fridays. That was one of their rules. Now, I prefer to stay with my personal relationship with God, trying to follow His commandments and trying to follow the teachings of Jesus, and also with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. I hope you think about what I said, and maybe you make a similar decision to mine to have a personal relationship with God. That's all for now.